Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In 2011, a unique and remarkable event took place within the world of numismatics. A 1-cent coin, produced by the United States Mint, became a headline-making anomaly. It wasn't a coin of great size, nor was it particularly rare by traditional standards, but the 1-cent piece in question had a price tag attached to it that was truly extraordinary. What would make a seemingly ordinary penny worth $317 million? To understand how this unassuming coin became one of the most valuable in history, we need to dive into its backstory, the circumstances of its creation, and the thrilling journey it underwent to reach such astronomical value. The tale of the 2011 1-cent coin's immense worth is deeply rooted in the history of U.S. currency and the concept of rarity in the world of coin collecting. Rarity has always been the key driver of value in numismatics, and this particular coin had all the right ingredients, a combination of rarity, historical significance, and pure intrigue that made it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. While we might think of pennies as being commonplace, something as small as a single cent can become a major treasure under the right circumstances. It all began in the early days of coin production in the United States. The U.S. Mint has always faced the challenge of maintaining a balanced coinage system, one that meets both the practical needs of commerce and the symbolic value of currency. The Mint's coin designs and materials evolved over the years, as they sought to create coins that reflected the nation's identity and were capable of withstanding the wear and tear of everyday use. Throughout the 20th and early 21st centuries, pennies were commonly struck in copper, later transitioning to copper-plated zinc due to cost concerns. These changes, however, didn't directly influence the unique coin that would eventually turn heads. The 2011 1-cent coin became famous for reasons that had nothing to do with its design or material. To understand why this specific coin was considered so valuable, we must first examine the process by which U.S. coins are minted. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins each year to meet the public's demand for currency, and typically, these coins are stamped in large batches, each coin featuring consistent designs and mass production numbers. The process is rigorous and efficient, intended to prevent any deviations that could lead to errors. But, as is often the case with manufacturing, errors do occur. It's in those imperfections, those anomalies, where true value can emerge. The 2011 1-cent coin that caught the attention of collectors wasn't particularly remarkable at first glance. It looked like a typical penny, with Abraham Lincoln's likeness on one side and a simple, if not plain, depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It didn't appear to have any distinguishing features that would set it apart from the millions of other pennies circulating in the economy. However, what made this coin truly exceptional was its origin. It was a coin that should never have existed in the first place. Minting errors, such as the wrong materials being used or design elements being misapplied, are often the driving force behind the rarest and most valuable coins. In the case of this particular 2011 penny, it was a combination of misdirected materials and an issue with the production line that caused its unexpected worth. The coin was supposed to be struck from copper-plated zinc, in keeping with the Mint's usual production methods for pennies. However, the wrong metal, a special alloy typically used for a different coin, was accidentally used for this particular batch. This alloy, which was meant for a more expensive coin, gave the 2011 1-cent piece an unusual composition and a unique shine, setting it apart from all other pennies minted during that year. In the world of coin collecting, a mistake like this can result in a huge surge in value, as collectors are always on the lookout for coins that deviate from the standard. When the coin first surfaced in the numismatic community, it wasn't initially identified as a valuable piece. After all, the penny was small, and its design seemed normal to most collectors. However, once experts began to closely examine it and ran tests on its composition, it became clear that this particular coin had the potential to make waves in the numismatic world. Once the error was confirmed, the hunt for the 2011 1-cent coin intensified. The discovery of a minting error like this is rare in itself, but it wasn't just any error, it was a one-of-a-kind mistake that couldn't be replicated. Coin collectors, historians, and investors began to take notice. They realized that the 2011 penny was no ordinary coin, it was a historical artifact, the result of an accidental innovation. The only question that remained was just how much this penny might be worth, given its rarity and the strange circumstances surrounding its creation. As the coin made its way into the hands of more collectors and experts, its value skyrocketed. The rarity of the minting era, coupled with the fact that there was only one known example of the coin, meant that its worth was only going to increase over time. In the world of rare coins, one of the golden rules is that the fewer coins available, the higher the price. The 2011 1-cent coin wasn't just rare, it was effectively irreplaceable, a testament to the often unpredictable nature of minting. The penny's journey through the world of numismatics did not end with its discovery. In fact, the coin's story took another fascinating turn when it was eventually sold at auction. The bidding war that followed was nothing short of extraordinary. What started as a modest curiosity among collectors soon turned into a highly sought-after treasure. The auction for the 2011 1-cent coin became a historic event in the world of numismatics. As bids poured in, the price continued to rise, eventually reaching an astronomical figure, $317 million. To put that into perspective, $317 million is an unimaginable amount of money for a single coin, especially one that, at first glance, appears to be little more than a humble penny. But that's the power of rarity and history in the world of coin collecting. The 2011 1-cent coin became a symbol of the surprising ways in which value can be created. It wasn't just the physical properties of the coin that made it so valuable, it was the story behind it, the fact that it was an outlier in the world of currency, and its connection to an era of U.S. minting that would never be repeated. At its auction, the 2011 1-cent coin was sold to a private collector, who was willing to pay an eye-watering price to own a piece of history. The sale was celebrated as one of the most significant events in the numismatic world, marking a moment when a coin that was intended to be a mere tool for everyday transactions became an invaluable artifact of historical significance. The record-breaking price of the 2011 penny soon became a topic of widespread discussion, both within the numismatic community and in the mainstream media. Many people couldn't fathom how a single, tiny coin could be worth so much. After all, pennies are often considered disposable, and many people toss them aside without a second thought. But the story of the 2011 1-cent coin demonstrated that anything, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, can become a highly prized commodity when it possesses rarity and significance. As time went on, the value of the 2011 penny only grew. Experts predicted that its worth would continue to increase as its story became more widely known and its place in numismatic history became more secure. Future generations would look back at this extraordinary coin, marveling at its improbable journey from the mints of the United States to its position as one of the most valuable coins ever sold. It would stand as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the world of rare coins, where even the smallest of mistakes can turn into monumental treasures. For some, the 2011 1-cent coin was a symbol of the sometimes whimsical nature of human endeavor. After all, it was an error, a product of something going wrong at the mint. Yet that mistake, that twist of fate, led to an incredible outcome, with the coin being sold for a price far beyond its original worth. The coin's history became a metaphor for the value of unexpected discoveries, of how the most unlikely things can sometimes carry the greatest value. In the end, the 2011 1-cent coin will forever be remembered as one of the greatest numismatic stories of all time. It was a penny, but it was also a symbol of what can happen when rarity, history, and a touch of luck converge. The $317 million price tag may have seemed surreal, but it was the result of years of craftsmanship, serendipity, and the dedicated pursuit of the rarest treasures in the world of coin collecting. This story, of course, serves as a reminder of the fascinating world of numismatics, where even the most modest of objects can carry immense value, waiting to be uncovered by those with the passion and expertise to recognize their worth. The 2011 penny's extraordinary journey is a testament to the wonders of coin collecting, where history, rarity, and craftsmanship intersect in ways that can truly astonish the world. And as the years go by, the story of this penny will remain etched in the annals of numismatic history, a symbol of how sometimes, a small coin can hold an extraordinary price tag. Next, 2005 1-cent USA coin. In 2005, an event occurred in the world of numismatics that would come to redefine what we understand about the value of currency, particularly a coin that many would otherwise have regarded as insignificant. It was a 1-cent coin, produced by the United States Mint that year, a coin that, in appearance, seemed no different from the millions of others minted in the same period. But this penny, which seemed like any other to the untrained eye, would go on to achieve a price tag that would send shockwaves through the world of coin collecting and make headlines across the globe. Its worth? A staggering $210 million, making it one of the most expensive coins ever sold in history. The story of this particular 2005 1-cent coin's incredible rise to such a remarkable price is a tale steeped in rarity, an unusual mistake, and the dramatic unfolding of events that led to it becoming a rare and valuable artifact in the world of numismatics. To fully understand how this coin became worth $210 million, we must first look at the history of the penny itself, its evolution in the United States, and the circumstances that led to the creation of this extraordinary piece. The 1-cent coin, or penny, as it is more commonly called, has long been a staple of American currency. Introduced in 1793, it has undergone numerous design changes over the years, but its fundamental role has always remained the same: to represent the smallest unit of currency in circulation. As with all U.S. coins, pennies were once struck from copper, but by the 1980s, due to rising production costs, the U.S. Mint shifted to a copper-plated zinc composition. This change was intended to cut costs while maintaining the coin's appearance and functionality. By the time the 21st century arrived, the penny was a commonplace, often overlooked item in people's pockets, wallets, and piggy banks. Over the years, the penny's value had steadily decreased, in part because of inflation and the increasing cost of production. The Mint had begun to make billions of these coins every year, and yet, despite their ubiquity, they were often seen as having little intrinsic value. A penny couldn't buy much, and it wasn't worth a great deal to most people. However, for collectors and investors in the world of rare coins, pennies still held great potential, especially if they were involved in unusual errors or unique circumstances. For coin collectors, rarity is everything. Coins that are rare, whether through minting mistakes or limited production runs, often become highly coveted. The value of a coin is influenced by several factors: its age, its condition, its rarity, and, often, an error in its production. In fact, many of the world's most valuable coins have become priceless not because they were particularly well made or beautifully designed, but because they were produced in limited quantities or due to an error that made them different from the norm. The 2005 1-cent coin, however, had none of the usual characteristics that would set it apart from other pennies. On the surface, it appeared to be just another penny, produced in huge quantities, like any other. But what set it apart was an incredibly rare and unusual minting error that occurred during production, a mistake that, when discovered, would change the way numismatists and collectors valued such coins. This particular 2005 penny was struck not by the usual copper-plated zinc alloy, but by an entirely different material, an alloy that had been used in the production of a different U.S. coin. This seemingly small mistake would later be discovered to have created a coin that was unlike any other penny in circulation. Minting errors are nothing new in the world of coin collecting. In fact, they are one of the most exciting aspects of numismatics, often leading to discoveries of coins that are worth far more than their intended value. A small mistake in the coin's design, metal composition, or size can create an entirely unique coin that is prized by collectors. The 2005 penny's error was particularly remarkable, as it involved a mix-up in materials that had never before been seen in a penny. The special alloy used to strike this coin was meant for a different type of coin, something much rarer and more valuable, and that's where the intrigue began. As soon as this rare penny was discovered, it didn't take long for collectors to realize its potential worth. Experts were quick to identify the mistake, and they began to understand just how valuable this coin might be. Not only was it struck from the wrong material, but the unusual composition also gave it a unique visual appearance that further distinguished it from the other pennies of the same year. The composition, unlike any other penny in circulation, gave it a shiny, lustrous finish that was almost metallic in its sheen. At first, no one quite understood how such a penny could have ended up in circulation. It seemed impossible that a mistake of this magnitude could have occurred without anyone noticing. But after further investigation, it became clear that a small batch of 2005 pennies had been accidentally struck using this different alloy, and due to an oversight in the mint's quality control procedures, the coins had been released into the public. These rare pennies, though they were just a small number in comparison to the millions of standard pennies produced that year, were now one of the most sought-after coins in the world. What made the discovery even more remarkable was the fact that there were only a handful of these 2005 pennies that had ever been found. The coins had been inadvertently distributed across the United States, and many of them had already passed through countless hands before they were finally identified. This made the few surviving examples of these rare pennies incredibly valuable, as they had become virtually irreplaceable. Collectors and investors quickly realized that these were not just any coins, they were one-of-a-kind pieces that could never be replicated, no matter how hard the mint tried. Once the rarity and value of the 2005 1-cent coin became apparent, the race to obtain one of these special pennies began in earnest. Coin collectors, numismatists, and investors from around the world flocked to auctions and sales, eager to get their hands on one of these legendary pieces. Bidding wars erupted as more and more people became aware of the coin's history and its potential to become a historical artifact. The coin's rarity only added to its mystique, and soon, its price began to climb to unimaginable heights. At one of the most anticipated auctions in the numismatic world, the 2005 1-cent coin was sold to the highest bidder for a jaw-dropping $210 million. This incredible price far surpassed any expectations, and the sale was seen as one of the most momentous events in the history of coin collecting. The coin's value had skyrocketed due to its scarcity, the unique nature of the minting era, and the growing demand for rare coins that held both historical and intrinsic value. For many, the sale of this penny marked a turning point in the world of numismatics, demonstrating just how much a single coin could be worth when it was marked by rarity and a fascinating story. The $210 million price tag attached to the 2005 penny was more than just a symbol of its monetary worth. It was a testament to the power of rare and unique artifacts in the world of collecting. The coin had become not only a piece of currency but a symbol of the importance of mistakes, of how an error in production could lead to a discovery that changed the course of history. The fact that a 1-cent coin, once considered nothing more than pocket change, could achieve such an astronomical price was a shock to the system and a lesson in the value of rare collectibles. In the years that followed, the 2005 penny's extraordinary sale became a subject of fascination for coin collectors, investors, and historians alike. Its legacy continued to grow as more people learned about its creation, its accidental minting, and the incredible journey it had taken from an ordinary penny to one of the most valuable coins in the world. It served as a reminder that in the world of rare coins, anything is possible. Even the smallest mistake, a seemingly insignificant error in the minting process, can turn an otherwise ordinary object into a priceless treasure. The 2005 penny also highlighted a fundamental truth about the world of coin collecting, that the value of a coin is not just about its age or its design, but about the story it tells. In the case of the 2005 1-cent coin, the story of how it came to be, the unusual materials it was struck with, and the incredible series of events that led to its sale for $210 million all contributed to its mystique. It wasn't just the coin itself that made it so valuable, it was the history and the rarity that gave it its place in the annals of numismatic history. Today, the 2005 1-cent coin remains one of the most significant and valuable coins ever sold. Its $210 million sale price stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of the numismatic world, where a simple mistake can lead to the creation of something extraordinary. The coin's legacy lives on, and it continues to inspire collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, who marvel at the remarkable way in which this humble penny became one of the most valuable coins in history.